Sam Altman has recently sent a serious internal warning inside OpenAI, and the reason is not a rumor or speculation. The reason is Google and the speed at which its artificial intelligence systems are evolving. Behind the scenes, teams are being redirected, priorities are being reshuffled, resources are being pushed toward improving OpenAI models as quickly as possible. This is not a normal update cycle, this is a response to pressure. After closely studying Google's latest progress, one thing becomes clear. Most people still rely on ChatGPT out of habit. They assume it remains the most advanced option available. Meanwhile, Google's Gemini 3 has already moved ahead in several important benchmarks without most users even noticing. And now something bigger is coming. Gemini 4 is approaching, and it may redefine how people understand artificial intelligence altogether. In this video, we are analyzing Google's upcoming Gemini 4 and comparing it directly with OpenAI's ChatGPT 5.1. We will look at the features that actually matter. We will discuss expected release timing, and most importantly, we will explain what this rivalry means for developers, businesses, and everyday users. To understand why OpenAI is reacting so urgently, we need to go back to how this competition began. When ChatGPT launched in late 2022, it caught nearly everyone off guard, including Google. A company that had spent decades leading artificial intelligence research suddenly appeared to be behind in public perception. ChatGPT became the fastest-growing consumer application in history and shifted expectations overnight. Google did not respond publicly with panic, but internally it made a massive move. Google Brain and DeepMind were merged into a single unified research organization. The objective was simple: build an AI system that could outperform ChatGPT across reasoning, multimodal understanding, and real-world usefulness. When Gemini 3 launched in November 2025, it was clear that this strategy was working. Gemini 3 did not just compete with ChatGPT. In several critical benchmarks, it surpassed it. According to internal discussions, this triggered a code red moment at OpenAI. Teams were told to accelerate progress because Google's pace was faster than expected. The AI race entered a new phase. One of the most important reasons Gemini 4 is generating so much attention is its native multimodal design. Gemini was built from the ground up to understand text, images, audio, video, and code inside a single unified system. This matters because understanding across formats is not stitched together after the fact. It happens naturally inside the same model. ChatGPT still relies on separate systems working together. While the experience feels seamless to users under the hood, these components are modular. Gemini does not rely on this structure. Its design allows it to reason across modalities more fluidly. Demis Hassabis has repeatedly emphasized that Gemini is built to process information more like a human brain. Vision, language, and sound are not separate channels. They are integrated. There are also strong indications that Gemini 4 will go even further. Some reports suggest it may reason about three-dimensional environments or assist with robotic control. If this proves accurate, it would represent a major leap toward physical world understanding. Reasoning capability is another area where Gemini has quietly pulled ahead. Gemini 3 introduced what Google refers to as a deep thinking mode. Instead of producing immediate responses, the system spends more internal time reasoning before answering. On a difficult multi-subject exam with thousands of advanced questions, Gemini 3 significantly outperformed ChatGPT 5.1. The difference was not small. It reflected stronger problem decomposition and deeper internal reasoning. This advantage becomes especially important in scientific analysis, planning, and complex decision-making. Context length is another area where Gemini holds a clear lead. ChatGPT 5.1 supports very large context windows, allowing hundreds of thousands of tokens. Gemini 3 goes further, with support for around 1 million tokens. This allows users to feed entire books, extensive research collections, or massive codebases into a single session while maintaining full recall. Even more interesting is how Google uses Gemini internally. Gemini 3 already assists researchers in designing Gemini 4. The model proposes architectural optimizations and training strategies that humans may not immediately consider. This represents a feedback loop where artificial intelligence helps create better artificial intelligence. Google also has a structural advantage in how it deploys its models. Gemini is not limited to a standalone chat interface. It is embedded across Google Search, Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Slides, and other products. Google has publicly stated that Gemini will replace Google Assistant entirely. Android phones, smart speakers, and home devices will all run Gemini in the background. This means when Gemini 4 launches, it will instantly reach hundreds of millions of users without requiring them to install anything new. AI becomes an invisible layer, improving everyday tools rather than a separate destination. OpenAI is not ignoring these developments. ChatGPT 5.1 represents a clear response. It introduced multiple reasoning modes, allowing users to choose between fast responses and deeper analysis. This mirrors the direction Google took earlier. OpenAI has also improved factual accuracy and reduced hallucinations. ChatGPT 5.1 supports multimodal input, including images and voice. Image generation is handled through DALL-E3. In many creative and coding tasks, ChatGPT remains extremely strong. The key difference lies in architecture. ChatGPT's multimodal capabilities are modular, while Gemini's are unified. ChatGPT excels as a platform with plugins and third-party integrations. Gemini excels as an embedded assistant inside tools people already use daily. Both systems are becoming more autonomous. Gemini 3 can plan complex tasks and write code with minimal supervision. ChatGPT achieves similar autonomy through advanced tools and plugins. Both companies are carefully balancing increased capability with safety considerations. User reach also plays a major role. Gemini already benefits from Google's massive ecosystem. Hundreds of millions of people use it indirectly through Google services. Users may not even consciously choose Gemini, it simply appears where they already work. Predicting Gemini 4's release requires looking at Google's pattern. Gemini 1 appeared in late 2023. Gemini 2 followed at the end of 2024. Gemini 3 launched in November 2025. Based on this cadence, Gemini 4 could arrive in late 2026. However, competition may accelerate the timeline. Training models at this scale takes months even with Google's custom hardware. Safety testing, regulatory review, and stage rollouts also slow deployment. It is likely that Gemini 4 will appear first for developers and enterprise customers before gradually reaching consumers through Google products. OpenAI may respond with GPT 5.2 or later versions around the same time. This back-and-forth cycle ensures neither company can afford to slow down. For developers, Gemini 4 could be transformative. Google Cloud will likely offer powerful APIs with advanced language vision and reasoning capabilities. Gemini 3 already generates application prototypes, data visualizations, and interface layouts from text prompts. Gemini 4 may reduce development time even further. ChatGPT remains highly competitive in coding assistance debugging and explanation. Developers will likely choose based on ecosystem preference rather than raw capability alone. Enterprises stand to benefit the most. Gemini 4 could support autonomous agents capable of managing emails, scheduling meetings, analyzing documents, and interacting with databases using natural language. OpenAI is pursuing similar goals within its own ecosystem. For everyday users, the impact will feel gradual but profound. Gemini will quietly enhance searches, emails, and productivity tools. ChatGPT will continue evolving as a flexible assistant across platforms. Many users will rely on both without thinking about it. Just a few years ago, having an AI write code or analyze documents felt unrealistic. Today, it is routine. Gemini 4 and ChatGPT 5.1 represent the leading edge of this transformation. Neither system is perfect, both continue to learn from each other. This competition is accelerating progress faster than any single company could achieve alone. As Demis Hassabis has said, the goal is not just smarter chatbots, but systems that genuinely understand the world. Each iteration brings AI closer to that vision.